lesser mystery schools, Christism, Mosism, and Mohammedism, was because we were supposed to be teaching in those degrees, meaning we were supposed to still be in synagogues right now talking about Yahshua Bar Hadi with our L's Holy Torah and Zabur.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly.
In churches.
Exactly.
That's what the Malachite will be doing, because when you transform into the chosen one or Malachi, then you would exuberate that essence, or that green light essence, that true light essence in everything that you do. But what? We're missing that Nazarene aiding spirit. We don't want to suffer no more. You know, not to say that the atheists were suffering. It was about the discipline that it takes to actually.
Yeah, it's called in the scriptures. It's called long suffering. They call it long suffering. Going through the struggle to thrive, because the opposite of struggling or surviving is thriving.
And El Zinjila talks about transforming the El Haruf, or the lamb. Who's willing to become a lamb and give up a free will offering of themselves? That's what it all boils down to. So people talking about YouTubes and what you've been doing, yada, yada, yada. People think if you're on YouTube and Blog Talk, or you got a whole bunch of lectures and books, that means you're doing something. That's not doing nothing. That's doing something, but that's not doing what we need to do as a whole collective body. That's just one thing that we're doing. What we're failing in right now is the responsibility, or the ability to respond to what's happening to us. What's happening to us, we're being deprived of all of our main things. We're still birthing our children in hospitals that don't belong with us, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody knows that already. So what's the real solution? We all meet at a location with shovels and drills and tool belts and wood and 2x4s and bricks and cement, and we build. That's real nation building. That's what I came to the conclusion of. People can't really tell me anything, because the orders of MST, UNIA, NAACP, then held offices and all of that. I say that humbly. I can go on and on. And at the end of all of that, you come to the conclusion we still don't have shit. After all the picket signs and all the protests and all the Trayvon Martins, and if Trayvon Martin was in a gated community that we control, he'd be living. He's dead because he was in the area that we didn't control the resources in that community, or control every facet of that community. And that's what I'm really focused on. And that's what Malachi means to me. You know, this is the final example. And I'm just getting started. I'm just shooting the breeze. You know what I'm saying? Because when they start talking that, trying to get deep, every time you get engaged in a conversation with a brother and sister of another nation, because we are Hebrews, we are Muslims, we are Christians, we are all of it. It doesn't matter what helmet or uniform we're wearing, we all of that. But when you start speaking with our brothers and sisters, they want to start getting philosophical and deep, and we don't ever get nowhere. I mean, just imagine if we had to put a roof on, and somebody says, "Well, the Holy Prophet said," and then the Hebrew going to be like, "Man, he was from Africa. He was African, dirty African." You know what I mean? We just going to be sitting there around the house not doing shit. So don't even talk to me about that rhetoric. We know that degrees. We can read the languages. We can go into the lexicons and concordances and pull out the script. Okay.
Exactly.
That's not nation building, though. That's not nation building. I don't want to hear that. All the Sarah Satan suit and setties and the Noble Drew Alis and all these, bays and days. It's just more people with shovels and drills in their hands. Because at the end of the day, that shit's not paying their bills. They are electricians. They work at convenience stores. They're the ones sweeping up shit. So they might as well just do it for our nation. Because they're doing it right now to build this complex. And still looking for the beast. Whereas you are the beast. You are the one locking people up and turning electricity off. You turning people's gas off. Like, you go to work and you're the one who says, damn, they didn't pay their bill, we got to cut their water. But yet we're looking for the beast like we don't show up as the beast. That's why it's those who support the beast aren't in it get punished with them.
Exactly.
They're going to keep shooting. They're going to keep shooting. Go ahead.
I say Judgment Day going to be a sad day for them.
Well, see, the best thing for those people who are asleep is just hope that the people who really have the sincerity in their heart that really want to build be about nation building, because that's what really our nation, the New Operating Nation, is missing, is that Nazarene spirit and that hard drive and will to build back what was taken from us.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The location we grew up as the little snot noses of Bushwick was the new city of peace. And now they're trying to take that shit from us. So some of us feel a certain way, because that's what people be disrespecting. They disrespect the whole, like we wasn't there from the beginning. It's a lot more. It means a lot more to us because we came here with Malachi. You were a student of Malachi. We came here with him. That's why we were designated to the temple. So people are still looking for instructions. Malachi said do this. Malachi said do that. Malachi said do this. And he's been telling us what to do for centuries, for ages already. Yes. Why don't we just do what works? If everybody just did what worked, then we would be back on the straight path. But since everybody got their own idea of what they think works, we just running around with our head cut off. Like right now, even if you want to find somebody who represents this order, everybody ducking, asking you questions because they think you're the feds. You're scared. So what if the feds know you're teaching knowledge? You should be upright. We came here as that new essence, that true light. So now we are the senators, the presidents, the diplomats. We are the sheriff of the town. We came for all seats of authority because there's a switch in power. Ashtar Command, the amber light beings, they're receding, and the sons of the green light are here to usher in protons or positive energy to change the essence of the earth. And those 144,000 that received their Bartholin gland are supposed to save the rest of mankind. So now we, the Malachites, or the students of Malachi, have a responsibility to be in these churches, in these masjids, on these street corners, perpetuating and transforming the Malachi, because that is Judgment Day. They want to say something. We engage in conversations with people like, well, as soon as you start getting in them, you start hitting them with it. Like, damn, well, your master teacher's a pedophile. It's the first thing we want to say, right? First thing we want to do, they want to discredit the man based upon a lie and a heinous crime that he never committed. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be dealing with Malachi. That's what I try to remind them. I'm like, well, you're having a problem with me. That was our master teacher. I'm eating you. You can't even mention Malachi till you deal with me. Power back from people, because our example said enough. They can say what they want about Amun-Re Sinatum Ray, but he's sticking to his guns and getting at them because of reasons, reasons.
Give the name. I'm about to say give the name for the people so they can know who you actually talking about.
The brother Polite, Amun-Re Sinatum Ray, Raubat.
Raubat.
He's putting in work right now, utilizing sound right reason, the most conscious force on the planet. Now, when you say that means physically, out of all 9 billion people on the planet, that means that when you add all of us together, we're more conscious than the rest of the fucking world. That's what it really means. It means that all of us know every goddamn thing on the planet right now. It's in us. You can put all the luminous orders together, the ancient orders of Mizraim, the Masonic body, the shrine, any intelligent motherfucker you want to put on the planet against us, and scientifically, we're more conscious than all of that shit. Because it's not just a personification of a human, it's a conscious gas that we're utilizing right now. Or that ether.
Exactly.
Right? So that's what we're running on. And in this run, as they kidnapped our master teacher, you know, every time I think about the fact he's not here, it just makes me want to make what he did and what he stands for more apparent to the mainstream population. They're still clapping their hands. Every time I go to church, they're still clapping their hands looking for Jesus. And no one ever told them that Malachi Zodoq already them came and did his job, because it says it come like a thief in the night. They were sleeping, right? Exactly. But they still hit the whole hour. He says I'm the man of the whole hour, and that the whole gospel, or Nuwapu, or Nabu, or the messengers, or the conveyors of the message, right?
The good news. We are the news bearers in the Bible.
Right.
We call it the news bearers in the Bible, the good news.
Exactly. That Easter that you're looking for. already personified. But even in the Islamic doctrine, it teaches that when Isa returns, he's only returning for a certain specific group. So it's still not going to mean nothing to everybody, right? But you got brothers and sisters in Barbados, Trinidad, England, Africa, all beholding the Lamb, right? Because it says all eyes will behold. So it's very important for us to make sure that all eyes recognize this man for all of his true accolades that he's done already,
done, yeah.
Right. Come on now. Come on. And they be trying to, sound like righteous, like, well, your master is a man, pedophile. I'm like, damn, you just run with, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never see this man do nothing, you know what I'm saying? You just running with it, right?
Yeah.
But it's all good. They can say what they want because I'm bent on the fact that even in his absence, they can't do nothing with us. They take L's every time. Yeah, Dr. Ali Muhammad, got busy on him at least 3 times. I told him, why don't you warm up with me before you get with Polite? You know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to do nothing because he already knew what time it was. Most people don't really want nothing to do with Nuwaubians anyway. But now you got people who are high off the knowledge and misusing the power, right, as opposed to going to people who don't know nothing about, like even for the Christians that don't know that Jesus spoke Aramaic or know anything about El or Elyon or anything, like the fifth, or whatever the case is. See, those are the people who deserve our, attention so we can help them through the degrees the same way that the Master Teacher helped us. That's why he strategically took us through those degrees. And I wish somebody would explain that shit because they were like, oh, he was confused. He went from here to here. Nah, he had to take us through the schools so that we would know because another definition of Nuwaubi was what? To know. So for the people who came later and want to, talk down on the people who were there previously, it was a strategic schooling so that we would know and couldn't be fooled by motherfuckers like you. They're just trying to tell us anything.
Exactly.
Pop said it. Pop said it. Yeah, just go with it. He said it. Why are you going against the grain? Because even if Pops was here and we didn't really take to what he was saying look, don't take it up with me. Go check it out. Go look it up. That's what people want to do. When you know something they don't know, they want to start beefing with you instead of go researching the shit. Like, damn, man, that shit ain't true. Like, nigga, take a week off. Read that. Hold that. Come back. Holler at me. Why you getting me for?
Meditate on it, yeah.
Do that, you know what I mean? Hold that
Go.
real quick, man.
Yup, I go through it myself with a lot of people.
Come on. So, beyond a lot of shadow of doubt, the day is coming though that because the intelligentsia are using their forces to try to demobilize and decapitate the order because they know the power of Nuwaubi. See, they know Malachi's the Messiah. They're like, oh shit, this man's really here. When they saw Malachi pull off everything he pulled off, right? They knew. When I say they, I mean the Ashutaat clan. See, these people are dealing. They're like on some social media. Like for those who are behind the scenes and dealing with kings and rulers, ambassadors, diplomats, the light workers, the underworld, the vampires and shit like that. The real initiators on this planet. For those in tune with them, the people on the other side of the mirror, when they saw what Malachi did on this side of the mirror, it was like, oh shit, that's him, B. It's time. It's really a wrap now. Because remember, he dropped the 7 thunders, too. Like, everything that the Messiah was supposed to do, he did. And we can prove it. I don't know what they doing. They walking around with a Pregu character, comic book character-ass nigga. They talking about his pad and that back. Why don't you put the Shriner, you know what I mean, get the Shriners on, let people know the red coat came out. You see what I'm saying? And this is all a part of the intelligentsia trying to decapitate and distort the image of the true Messiah, because if people saw the Master Teacher known by many names, right, in his true form, they would try to they would like, damn, he looked like he was the Messiah. And they every year he's been kidnapped. They trying to, that's why they keep switching up the names. Like, is he Patnabab or Amunabu, right? The Jedi. So they say no, it's Kobina. No, how the hell are you gonna take Malachi Zodoq, the name of the Lord of Hosts, right? Has no beginning of days, no ending, no father, no mother, and then go to another country on a campaign to get money and say Malachi Kobina just because they speak a different language, which is Twi or Twa, which I happen to be a Maroon, or Asa, or the house of Asar, and the Santi.